All right, y'all. We are live. We are live. Come on in. Come on in. You know what I mean? What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? What's going on? What's going on, y'all? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. We got to get into it. We got to get into it. Y'all see the title. We got to get into it. Give y'all some minutes to come up in here. Give y'all a couple minutes to get up in here. You know what I'm saying? Waiting for bro to come on real quick. But we definitely had to hop on with this breaking news, man. We ain't never thought we was going to see Kanye bend like this, man. Kanye done bent for them Jews. Psh, Kanye trying to get back in the good graces with them. He have to be. Same way they did with Nick Cannon. When Nick Cannon got, you know what I mean, when Nick Cannon had brother Professor Griff on there, and they didn't cancel all that Nick Cannon show and all that, and they didn't had him up there bending. So Kanye, they didn't got to him, y'all. We gonna get into it. We gotta get into this. This rabbi just posted on his um on his Twitter X that he met with Kanye West. They posted a video and everything of Kanye up there apologizing to them, and oh man, this looked pitiful. We ain't thought we was gonna see Kanye been, you know what I mean? Been back to they will, but he did. He did. So we got to get into it, y'all. Please make sure y'all hit the like button. If you haven't, smash that like button, because we got to get in. We got to get into this. Yeah, we never thought we was gonna see this, man. You said Candace sick right now, rolling. I don't know. I know, right? We shall see. Cause Candace been over there battling these people, been fighting with these people since that Charlie Kirk thing happened. She been out there. She been over there exposing them, connecting the dots. She's been going in on them. But I didn't think we was gonna see Kanye fold like this, bro. This looked crazy to me. After all that stuff he was saying, after all that stuff he was saying about how the Jews run Hollywood and the entertainment business and how they exploit black people and they exploit black on black crime and make billions of dollars off of it every year and I mean we might have to pull up some of this stuff, Kanye. So y'all might as well buckle your seatbelts because this might be one of them live streams. We're gonna have to go back. All that stuff Kanye was saying, we might have to pull all that stuff back up, man. We gotta, you know what I mean? We gonna have to pull all that stuff back up. We gonna have to pull all of that back up. Kanye out here tripping. He is tripping. I'm trying to wait for bro to get on real quick. Make sure y'all share this live stream if y'all can too. Share this broadcast, man. Cause we gotta get into it. We got to get into it. We ain't never thought we was gonna see Kanye fold like this though, bro. Like this is crazy. So let me go ahead and I'm trying to share this broadcast out too, y'all. So need y'all just to bear with me because we gonna get into it. We are going to get into it. Kanye done sold his ass back to them. He sold his ass back to them, man. After all that he was talking, he sold himself back to them, man. I mean, he up there apologizing like crazy. I didn't even watch. I watched like a couple seconds of it, but then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just go live and watch it with y'all, so we all can watch it together and see what the hell this Kanye talking about. Cause this is crazy. This is insane. All that stuff Kanye was talking about them people, all that stuff he was saying, and now he up there apologizing. That's what they did with Nick Cannon. That's what they do with all them entertainers that start speaking out against them. They start labeling them as anti-Semites in the media. Then they start putting the pressure on them behind the scenes and blocking them from doing things and then next thing you know, you start seeing these people coming out and apologizing. So my mindset is Kanye must be in the need of something that he's back apologizing to these people after all that stuff he done said. He's in the need. Kanye is in the needs. Something, you know what I'm saying? Because why, what else would it be? Why would else Kanye go up there apologizing to these people? It makes no sense. So that means he's back. He's back to being needy. He needs them again. He needs them again. Because I don't see no other way of why he would go back up there and apologizing to these folks after he done said a whole a whole heap of things about them. Y'all witnessed it. We witnessed it over the years. Kanye saying all that stuff about those folks, and we was riding with him because we was because everything he was saying was the truth about how they exploit the black community with the music industry, and all that. They do exploit. I mean, shit, we exploit ourselves too. Like the black community do a lot of exploiting the black community and a lot of things too. But I understand it from the way Kanye was putting it. His point of view. We was riding with that. You know what I mean, we was riding with that. But to see him go back up there and do this, bro, this look crazy. So we gonna get into it, man. We gotta get into this. Please hit that like button if y'all just coming up in here. Cause we got to get into this. I'm just trying to share this out, y'all. Cause when I seen this, I just hopped on and was like, yo, we gotta go live. Cause I know everybody's gonna be talking about this. Everyone is gonna be talking about this. So I feel like that, y'all know how we get into it. So this is definitely need to be talked about. This is crazy though. We didn't even expect this. And the thing about it is, I don't know when Kanye decided to do this, because they didn't really broadcast it. All of a sudden this video just pops up on this rabbi's Twitter, Twitter X. You know what I'm saying? And damn, they did not let me share it in this group. I don't know what the hell going on. Yeah, but all of a sudden this video pops up on the time on everybody's timeline. And it looks crazy. It looks crazy, man. All right, let me share this out, y'all. I'm still trying to share this broadcast out on our platforms real quick. Cause we gotta get into this. We gotta dive into this. All right. I'm waiting for Bro come on too. So I told him I said, bro, I'm about to go ahead and go live, press that live button. Cause this is crazy. All right, all right. All right, we're gonna get into it, man. Sheesh. All right, so let me pull this up. Let me hold on. All right, so this what's his name? Rabbi Pinto official. They said a private meeting between Rabbi Yoshiyahu Pinto Shlit and Ye, formerly known as Kanye West. During a private conversation on Tuesday with Rabbi Yoshiyahu, the leader of the Shuva Israel institution, Ye expressed profound remorse for his past statements concerning about the Jewish people. Rabbi Pinto welcomed Ye warmly, encouraged him with words of the Torah and light and praise. His will move closer to the truth. Rabbi Pinto said, "A person is not defined by his mistakes, but by the way his choices to correct them. This is the true strength of a man, the ability to return, to learn, and to build bridges of the love and peace. Ye came with humility and seek forgiveness Seek forgiveness. These anyway, seek forgiveness in a new chapter of repentance and love among human beings. This meeting concluded with with shared hope for the future and respect, unity among the nations of faith, grounded in a commitment to truth and peace. Ye and the Rabbi Pinto hope to serve as an example to the world in the power of faith and reconciliation. So let's get into this video. Let's see what this sound like. Yo, the people ain't feeling it. People ain't feeling this too. The comments, they eating this boy up in the comments. But we gonna get into it. All right.
I feel really
Let me know if we good on the audio.
blessed to be able to sit here with you today and just take accountability. I was dealing with uh, some various issues, dealing with bipolar also. So it would take the ideas I had and have me take them to an extreme where I would forget about the protection of the people around me and myself. So I wanted to come and take accountability. Sometimes people aren't that knowledgeable about the bipolar and
Oh, come
the
on, Ye.
cause or
Come
what
on, Ye.
causes it and the way.
Come on, Ye. You really gonna go up there and try to explain bipolar to this guy? You really, yo, he's really up there copping the plea to this rabbi. Kanye crazy as hell, bro. This nigga said people don't really know about. Let me bring that back a little bit. Kanye bugging.
Bipolar and ability, sometimes the protection of the people around me and myself. So I wanted to come and take accountability. Sometimes people aren't that knowledgeable about the bipolar and the cause or what causes it and the way you act when you have this disease. So it's like if you left the house and you left your kid at the house and your kid went and messed up the kitchen and messed up the garage, messed up the living room. Now when you get back, it's your responsibility because that's your child.
That's the best way to say it.
And that's the way I look at it. It's like I gotta go clean up the kitchen, I gotta clean up the living room, I gotta clean up the garage. Yeah, and it's a big deal for me as a man to come and take accountability for all the things that I've said, and I really just appreciate you embracing me with open arms and allowing me to make amends. And this is the beginning and the first steps and the first brick by brick to build back the strong walls.
That's it.
Say shit. Yandut. Rabbi said the Judaism. The Judaism brought to the world a way for someone when he regret about something that he has done wrong. And the Jews live on this way of if someone did something wrong, he can regret and fix it. And the rabbis are hugging you and hugging everybody. And God willing, and from now on, strong things and good things, and only good. You are a very good man.
Amen. That's a blessing, man. Yeah, good.
I feel really blessed.
Yo, yo,
Yo,
we
yo.
on? We on? Yo. All right, here we go. All right, we gotta play this back for bro. All right, yeah, we gotta play this back, man. We gotta get back into this. All right, shout out to Earth Day. What up, Earth Day? Shout out to Earth Day for the membership. Definitely appreciate that. Yo, we gotta get into this, bro. I already played it once, but I know you ain't see it, so I'm gonna play it back. We gotta go over this John again. Yo,
Yeah,
can you
yeah.
hear?
Play that
Are you
joint.
there?
Yeah, yeah,
All right,
yeah.
all right, all right. All right, before we get back into this, man, we let y'all know the hoodies is back up on the shop too. We got our hoodies back up on there, our melanated hoodies back up on there. So make sure y'all definitely go over there. It's hoodie season. Definitely go over there and check out the hoodies, man. Let me pull these Jones up real quick before we get back into this. Yes, indeed. We got the hoodies back on here. You know what I mean? The melanated hoodies back on here. Got the dashiki hoodies, the Prince hoodies, Tupac hoodies. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all come over here, man. We got the Lion hoodies back on here. It's hoodie season. Definitely come over here and get y'all a hoodie, man. We definitely appreciate all y'all that been supporting us over the years too. That been supporting us lately. Everybody that been purchasing from us. If you ain't get your package by now, we already working on getting your order out. So make sure y'all head over to nightandayherbals.com. So we gotta get back into this, man. All right. So this is Kanye over there with the Rabbi Yoshiyahu, whatever the hell his name is. Let's get back
I
into it.
feel really blessed to be able to sit here with you today and just take accountability.
Let me know if it sound good.
I was dealing with uh, some various issues, uh, dealing with bipolar also. So it would take
Bipolar.
the ideas I had and have me take them to an extreme where I would forget about the protection of the people around me and myself. So I wanted to come and take accountability. Sometimes people aren't that knowledgeable about the bipolar and the cause or what causes it and the way you act when you have this disease. So it's like if you left the house and you left your kid at the house and your kid
Mm-hmm.
went and messed up the kitchen and messed up the garage and messed up the living room. Now when you get back, it's your responsibility because that's your child.
Sorry. That's the best way to say it.
And that's the way I look at it. It's like I gotta go clean up the kitchen, I gotta clean up the living room, I gotta clean up the garage. Yeah, and it's a big deal for me as a man to come and take accountability for all the things that I've said, and I really just appreciate you embracing me with open arms and allowing me to make amends. And this is beginning and the first steps and the first brick by brick to build back the strong walls.
That's it.
Say in shit Yandut, Rabbi said the Judaism.
Hey,
Judaism brought to the world a way for someone when he regret about something that he has done wrong. And the Jews live on this way of if someone did something wrong, he can regret and fix it. And the rabbi is hugging you and hugging everybody. And God willing, and from now on, strong things and good things, and only good. You are a very good man.
Amen. That's a blessing, man. Yeah, good.
I feel really.
yo, yo,
Yeah, that's not his
yeah.
first time apologizing.
It's not.
Nah.
He apologized
He,
before.
remember when he wrote it in Hebrew on his page? He wrote an apology in Hebrew.
Mm, dang.
Yeah, he did that. What? When did he do that?
Was it after
He did it.
he
He
got
did it
out?
in December 2023. He
2023.
did. Yep. He been apologized to the Jewish community. I guess he's apologizing to this guy too. But yeah, they got to do this. They all do this. They all say things and do things and then apologize. That's what they do. That's just to show everybody, we're gonna break you eventually.
Right, right. At the end of the day, you gonna have to if you want to sustain in the entertainment industry or whatever. I guess you gotta bend back to their will. Like Floyd Mayweather. So
Yeah.
Floyd, Floyd was over that joint like Israel. I, I I love Israel. I'm to be the voice of you guys. Long as y'all keep paying the money, I'm gonna be a voice for Israel. Floyd was over that joint like I love Israel. Yeah. So this rabbi dude posted this. Yeah, I'm on this page now. I'm on his IG page now. This rabbi Pinto. So what you think? Kanye trying to get back in the good graces so he can so he can try to maintain cause he in need.
I mean, we don't know what's really going on with this. It's because we all just a script just to show us, I mean, how to bow down to them, basically.
Mm,
It could just be that, or it could just be him running out of money and opportunities. Because we know who the individuals who's running everything, who
yeah,
they
cause Con-
tied to.
right. Cause
It
he
could be a mixture of both. Just I mean,
right,
he's an entertainer, and the entertainment world is ran by these individuals. I mean, I don't know
right.
about these particular individuals that he apologizing to,
Yeah.
but
This this guy's a Moroccan Jew. A Moroccan Jew. I guess this guy served time in prison, I guess, served time in jail. So he's not an Israeli Jewish guy. He's a Moroccan Jew. So I wonder what's the correlation of him of Kanye linking up with the Moroccan Jewish guy rather than you know Israeli Jewish guy. I don't know.
yeah, I mean, it's a religion.
All right,
I mean, it's religion. I mean,
but this
he's
particular
apologizing to
yeah
a religious, I guess, a religious leader or influence or whatever.
yeah.
I mean, what?
So this particular guy this specific guy though that Kanye apologizing to. All right, cause
Yeah, I don't really know how much. Yeah, I don't really know how much influence this guy he's apologizing to have on Kanye's career or the industry or anything, or he's just a religious leader. And
yeah, cause he's the
Maybe
president.
Ye is
Yeah,
sincerely trying to apologize to the Jewish community. I don't
community
know.
parent. Yeah, cause
Yeah,
it
because I
said
mean, just because you might not support what Israel's doing, don't mean that you got
right,
hatred towards the Jewish community in
right,
itself.
yeah,
Because
right.
Israel is not the Jewish community in itself.
Not as a whole. Right.
Yeah, yeah, not as a whole. That's why I can't like. What are you really like? If you think about it, what are you going to get out of this? I mean, this, like you said, this Jewish rabbi might not even be tied to Israel.
Yeah, he's president of the rabbinical court of Morocco. So this guy's
Yeah,
from Morocco, but he's still, I guess he's still, he's part of the Jewish faith. So I don't
yeah,
know how that's gonna, benefit Kanye in any way as a whole, far as like, him getting back in the good graces of being in the entertainment industry, or I don't know with this intel far as him or the motive. You know what I'm
And
saying?
who's to say that the people who's running Israel's authentically Jewish? Maybe they just using that just yeah, you know how
That's yeah,
it's political. That's
yeah,
another
that's
thing people don't realize. The Jewish
right.
community and what Israel's doing don't necessarily have to be the same thing.
It's
That's
not
like
even
when
that line.
one black person commit a crime, we all did it.
Yeah, right. Because
Like so, yeah,
it's Jewish people over here that doesn't support what Israel
exactly.
doing. Like you
There's
see
probably
them all,
Jews
they
all
out there
around the world. There's
world,
Jews
right?
all around the world that don't support what Israel's doing. There's probably
Facts,
people with inside Israel that don't support what Israel's doing. So I
right?
mean, we can't really just be like, oh, yay, sold out and apologizing to Jews. I mean, it's a religion.
hmm Right,
Like we're looking at them like it's a nationality. Any of us could become Jewish
right,
if we wanted to. Like we just accept Judaism and start practicing what they do, and then we're Jewish.
right.
Like people's looking at it more as a I don't know what people. I guess people's looking more at it as a political movement, but that's
Yeah,
what Israel
right,
might have turned. Israel turned
right,
it into a political movement. Maybe this guy ain't political. Maybe this guy is really you know
right.
Kanye's
Fact,
apologizing to someone who might be authentic to the Jewish faith.
right, right, right. Fact. That nigga up
I mean,
there
that's
trying to,
my take on it. I mean,
yeah.
that's my take. I realize that you can't just group everybody in
Nah, you
with the
can't group
same. You know what I'm
everybody
saying? You
together.
can't say
Right.
that this guy is directly linked to whatever the Israel agenda is for the world.
It's, exactly.
Yeah, you like yeah,
Yeah, because Kanye was saying he was putting out songs, Hail Hitler and all that shit too. So yeah, it
yeah.
might be some people. Yeah, like I didn't think that shit was appropriate to do anyway to even put a
Nah,
song out like that. Yeah, I
nah. I
mean,
wasn't effing with that neither.
yeah, that shit was kind of corny. The song was actually hot, but it was like just doing that. It was I thought that was corny to do that just to put a song out like that, just to ruffle some feathers and shit. But
Right.
other than that, yeah. But other than that, Kanye was a lot of shit Kanye was saying was the truth though. He wasn't lying about some most of the shit he was saying. Maybe how he was presenting it, it kind of sometimes when you present it the way a nigga like him presented, it could look crazy. You know what I'm saying? It could look like it's coming from a place of craziness, but it didn't rule out the fact that he was actually telling the truth about what he was saying, the
Yeah.
exploitation and shit like that, and the money
He
that
just apologizing for like going at the Jewish community.
yeah, the
Period.
faith, yeah,
He
probably yeah,
realized that the political movement that Israel's doing is different
right,
than the Jewish community.
right.
Not
He just took
necessarily, even though they flying the flag of the Jewish. Yeah, but that don't mean that you know Israel's authentically Jewish, if you know what I'm saying. They could just be using that as just a like every other like every other uh country that takes on religion and they end up using it for political instead of the spiritual significance behind it.
right,
Like that's what that a lot of governments do that. I mean, one of the originals was Rome when they took Christianity and turned it into something political with Constantine and all of them. That's just
yeah,
what it is. Now what Ye is doing is different than what Floyd Mayweather was doing. Floyd Mayweather was showing his allegiance to Israel,
Israel facts,
not the Jewish
not
community. That's two
right.
different things.
That's two different things,
Just
right,
because Israel's predominantly Jewish, don't mean that the whole Jewish community is set what Israel's doing. Like that's not even realistic. So I guess it's just a matter of us not grouping everybody together like we've been grouped together.
yeah, right.
Because people look at black men, all y'all just gang members, drug
Kings,
dealers, and pimps,
pimps, right,
yeah,
right,
like they do that to us too. So why would we do that to that community? Everybody that's Jewish, that's with the Jewish faith, don't mean that they Israel Zionists.
yeah. They don't so a
Like
lot of them
that,
don't even
yeah,
support that shit.
that don't even, yeah,
I mean, you
that
got a
don't mean
lot of
that
them
they Israel.
right
So this
now that's
guy here, I don't
actually
know much about this guy that he's
yeah. That's what I was look.
apologizing to.
Yeah, that's what I was looking this guy up. Like that's why I had to go look him up real quick. I mean, because I'm like, he might not even be. When I seen that he was a Moroccan Jew, I'm
Yeah,
like, he's not even. He might not even be tied into the
he might not
Zionist,
even be tied into that shit,
the
right?
Zionist part of this shit. Yeah,
I mean, I guess we gotta stop being extreme with every little piece of news
every
that
little
we
thing.
get.
Right,
We gotta
right.
stop thinking the worst all the time and just be like, think about it with some type of balance. Like,
And you
I
gotta,
mean,
you know,
first
sometimes you
thing you
gotta
want to
dig a
think
little,
is,
right? And you gotta dig a little bit more. You gotta, you know what I mean,
yeah,
figure out, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people just see the headlines and be like, oh, it's, you know what I mean, until you do your research and look and actually see, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people just be throwing shit in the titles and the headlines, and they don't really be giving no deep explanation on it and whatever, or give you a thorough research on this situation. So that's why I had to go to this rabbi dude page, to his Instagram, and then look him up and see who he was with. And he might not be necessarily tied into the whole Israel Zionist shit. I don't know. I'm still, kind of looking around and seeing more, doing some more research on the shit. But you know what I mean, as far as Kanye's motive, I mean, I guess,
yeah. I don't know Kanye's mode.
yeah,
I don't know
Kanye
his
ain't
heart
really
right
spoke on.
now.
Yeah, Kanye ain't really speak on it. This video just, surfaced with on the rabbis dude's social media, but Kanye ain't haven't spoke on it yet. He haven't spoke on it and said anything about it. I was trying to look that up too and see if Kanye spoke on it. Let me see something.
Yeah, I realize that every Jew is not into what Israel's doing, or
All right.
they don't necessarily agree with everything that Israel's doing. So you don't even know what these guys' stance on all that is. And the thing is, Ye really just talks about the Jews that's running the industry. Maybe this guy don't even have no type of attachments to the industry, which means it wouldn't have no effect on his career whether he apologized to them or not.
All right.
Like
Yeah,
that's the first thing we
right.
think, that Ye is just trying to get back into entertainment and all that. He's already in it. Like he already good when it comes to bread and everything else. I mean, tell you the truth, he ain't struggling. He ain't struggling.
Nah, he damn
He's
sure
doing
ain't
a lot
struggling.
better than a lot of other celebrities out there. I tell you that.
Right.
So
I mean,
I
I
don't
want,
know, man. This
yeah,
could be
one.
something sincere. This could be something sincere with him, or it could be some other type of motive. I don't know. I mean, to tell you the truth, at first the video looked AI a little bit.
He said, "Look, AI is
It looked
Kanye."
AI a little bit. I mean, to tell you the truth, not saying that it is, but it did look a little AI-ish.
Right.
Um, but hey, I don't know. I don't know his motives, and I don't really know this this religious leader right here. I don't really know who he is and who he has ties to. But I realize that every rabbi is not tied to Israel.
Yeah. Let me see. Right. All right. Let me see if I can.
And that's the thing. People have to realize that. People have to realize that. I mean, you can't, just because what Israel's doing, you can't hate the whole Jewish community. Like, Israel's not the whole Jewish community.
Right.
That's the thing. That's what we have to get through our heads. Like, so he could be apologizing to the side of the Jewish community that's really not taking no political stance. It's just religion. Like, they really authentically into whatever they're into, like Judaism. If they authentically, maybe that's the people he's apologizing to. Like, I ain't mean to offend y'all who's really authentically Jewish. I'm going at
Right.
the
Yeah.
ones
Right.
who's wearing the title as Jewish, but then they doing wicked things with it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I mean, so you don't really know his stance until he explains. Like, we don't really know.
Yeah, I was trying to see if Ye posted anything on his social, but he ain't really speak on it on nothing.
Somebody says it's not about hating. A man should stand on his word. Yeah, but his word wasn't going at the at people who just practice Judaism.
No, it was the
He's
specific
and I don't think
industry.
he went back on what he's saying about the industry and who's running the industry and the
Right,
people
right,
who's
right.
running the industry like to call themselves Jews.
Yeah, he was talking to a specific group of people that run the entertainment world. That he wasn't
Who
speaking
just
like
happen
the
to call
whole.
themselves Jews. So
Yeah,
it looked like he was going at the Jewish community, but it looked like he's clearing it up, saying that even I probably did take shots at y'all too. I was my bipolar going on, but I don't
it
see
did say
nothing where he's saying that he's going against what he said about the industry and the people who run the industry. I think he's still standing on that.
Kanye said. So if it's
The
like
the the somebody said, what is the agenda in making a public apology? So his followers don't hate Jews.
exactly.
It's good that he does that because Kanye got a lot of influence. And he want to get through to people that he don't hate people who practice Judaism. What he was going at was probably the ones who's running the music industry and all the other industries, and they're flying under the flag as Jewish. And we see people do that all the time. They flag under they fly under certain banners so they can do certain things and get the approval of certain crowds, even if they're not that behind the scenes. Like we see people do that all the time. Act like they Christians and all this stuff. Act like they this and that, just so they could game the people up.
Yeah, that's yeah. I was looking at something up
Yeah,
real
I don't
quick.
think. Yeah, I don't really think it's I don't think him apologizing to this rabbi is selling out. I don't really. I know some people say, "Oh, he's selling out," or you know, he ain't standing on what his word or whatever. I don't agree with that.
Yeah,
I
Ye
look
got
at it a
banned
different
from
light. I look at it from a different perception. I'm looking at it as like he don't want Ye don't want his followers to be out there hating Jews, people who simply just practice Judaism. In confusion of his fight against the industry, who just happen to be ran by a bunch of people who say that they're Jews.
damn Ye damn his ex must have got terminated. I thought his profile was still on X, but I think his shit might got terminated.
Now, if somebody show me that this guy, this rabbi that he's apologizing to, is directly linked to Israel Zionism.
He said Ye might be begging for his old life back. Who
If
knows?
someone could show me that this rabbi is linked to that, then maybe I think different. Like, yeah, he's just trying to get back into their good graces. But I don't know if this rabbi here is even connected to Israel Zionism or not.
Yeah,
And the
yeah,
political leaders of Israel. That don't necessarily, just because he's Jewish don't mean that he's connected with them. It's a religion. Just like every Christian ain't connected to the Vatican. Every Christian ain't connected to the Catholic Church. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same deal.
yeah. Let me go back real quick. Yeah, uh, all right. Says I was trying to look up some more on this guy real quick. Yoshiyahu Yosef Pinto is an Israeli Moroccan
Said
Orthodox
what somebody
rabbi.
said what offense did he cause the rabbi? Ye offended his own people and didn't apologize. Who's Ye's people? Who's Ye's people though? Who's
All right,
Ye's people?
so as part of a series legal issues, this rabbi pleaded guilty back in September 2014 for bringing high-ranking Israeli police officers. He was sentenced on May 12, 2015 to 1 year in prison and had to pay a fine of 1 million shekels. He began serving prison sentence in February 16, 2016. After he released, he became chief rabbi of Morocco in 2019. All right, so he served a year in prison in 2014 for bribing a high-ranking Israeli police officer. So he went to jail for bribing, for robbery. Yeah. So he's based in Ashdod in New York City. He is a Kabbalist. Globe's Business Journal named him 2012 as one of the 10 wealthiest rabbis in Israel. Oh, so his location is Israel. He's ranked, I guess he ranked like the 10th wealthiest person in Israel, and he served 1 year in prison for bribing a high-ranking Israeli police officer.
He went to jail for bribing an Israeli police officer.
Yeah, high-ranking police officer. Yeah, served a year in prison. Had to pay a $1 million dollar fine.
So that's what this rabbi did.
Yeah, that's the rabbi. This Rabbi Yuru, or whatever the hell his name is. Yoshiyahu. Yeah, Rabbi Pinto. That's his name, Rabbi Pinto. Yeah, yeah. So he said it was the richest rabbi in the world. So okay, I guess he was the 10th wealthiest rabbi.
Now, with that brought to light, it do sound like he got some type of ties to Israel.
Yeah, he did. He got ties
But
to Israel.
it don't seem like it seemed like they threw him in jail in 2016 though.
Yeah,
So obviously the road it ain't no perfect relationship.
yeah,
Now, to tell you the truth, now if this guy is being influenced by Israel, then this is a whole different live stream then.
right.
Because if Ye apologizing to this guy and he got direct links to Israel, if he does still,
And this rabbi ain't
then
that old. He's 52
then
years
that's
old. So he ain't that old
then it's a
either.
different type of live stream.
Yeah. Yeah, he's only 52 years old. So he ain't even that old. He not even that old as a rabbi and shit.
And then in this case, he maybe Ye got threatened.
Yeah, now you start to see, yeah, when you start to dig a little bit more, then you start to, you start to discern a little bit more like, all right, well, this guy was served time in prison. He do have ties to Israel. So
But it was Israel that threw him in prison though, because
yeah,
he
yeah,
got
for high
got in trouble.
ranking, yeah.
Yeah, you see that?
Yeah, you break the law, yeah, you still, yeah. Seem like if you go against some shit, yeah, you still going. But this
So it makes you wonder if these people really have an allegiance to Israel or just out of fear. Like the allegiance that they got is not like authentic, but it's more so out of fear. Like this guy, I mean, the fact that they threw him in prison, now all of a sudden he's some high ranking chief. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I
I'm
mean, it's
trying to
just
see.
so many things that goes on behind the scenes, and we don't never have all the information.
We don't have
All we
all
could
of it.
do is, yeah, all
Yeah,
we could do is just guess what's going on.
you could piece it together as more
Try to
information
piece it
start to come
together.
out.
Now, that changes the dynamic of what I was thinking earlier, knowing the fact that he had direct ties to
Oh,
Israel.
so
Rather,
so so he was so he Yoshi. All right, so here's a video with him and LeBron James. Let me pull this up. This is I remember seeing this video floating around when LeBron James was at the I don't know if he was at some type of Jewish function and shit. But yeah, let me pull this up. I remember this video floating around too. LeBron James shit. Let me see if I can pull this up. Hold on, y'all. Man, why is this shit just spinning? Hold on. All right, let me pull this up. LeBron James. So this is LeBron James with this Pinto guy, this Rabbi Pinto. That's some type of funky. Yeah, that's him with LeBron James.
Yeah, he's definitely tied to the entertainment industry.
Yeah, yeah,
This sheds a different light on it.
yeah, yeah. So you gotta start. Yeah,
Now I'm looking at this different now. Now I'm looking at like Kanye is
facts.
definitely trying to get back in their good graces.
Right,
See, I ain't know nothing about this rabbi guy to even make a
right.
judgment about it. So
Yeah, here's another joint with yeah, here you go again, LeBron James. Here you go again. Let me pull this up. Yep. So this sheds a different type of light on it now, bro.
yeah, it definitely sheds a different type of light. Yeah,
You know what I'm
Kanye
saying?
scared as shit right now.
Right.
They must have threatened it. They must have threatened him.
Yeah,
And he's probably running out of places to bank at because they own all the banks too.
right. So here you go again. This is
That's why he was talking about create. That's why Ye was talking about creating his own bank. You remember when he was on that
yeah,
kick? Because
facts.
once you have a problem with these guys, it's going to be hard as hell for you to find a place to put your money
Right,
at.
facts. So here this is LeBron James again with the Pinto with the Rabbi Pinto.
This guy definitely
You know
has
what I mean?
ties to the
See?
entertainment industry.
Yeah,
Yeah, so this sheds a different light on it.
yeah, yeah. This is LeBron James with Pinto.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
so so
Yeah. You guys just call it what it is. I mean, that's what it is. He's definitely trying to get back
right.
into the
He's trying
good
to get back
graces.
to the good graces, bro.
Knowing that this guy is attached to the entertainment industry, yeah, that puts a different
Yeah.
spin on things. This nigga definitely part of Israel Zionism.
Hell
Hell
yeah.
yeah. Hell yeah, because they do run all the aspects of the media and
Facts.
entertainment.
Facts. And so
When it
we
comes
had to
to
do
Hollywood, when it comes to
right.
sports, when it comes to music, they run that shit. They it's their
Yeah, we had to
industry.
facts. Yeah, we had to do our due diligence and dig a little bit more about this rabbi
Yeah, cause I
and
ain't know
connect
nothing
the
about
dots
him.
a
I
little
was
bit
He
more.
could have just been some, you know what I mean, some rabbi that because there are Jewish people out there who don't necessarily agree
Right.
with the shit that's going on. Just like there's Christians out there that don't agree with the Vatican and shit do.
Right. Facts. Yeah, this shed a different light on the shit now with Kanye um, apologizing to this Jewish
Yeah.
rabbi. Now you can see he's well connected. When I
Yeah,
start
he's
when I
well
s- when
connected.
I
Fuck
seen
yeah.
that when I seen he was
Done deal.
the tenth wealthiest in Israel, I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, he tied in. He tied in. Yeah, Kanye was hiding out in Japan for a long ass time. Yeah, yeah, he couldn't even come back to America. He was scared to come back here. He was scared to come back here because he said a lot of shit. Let me pull up some shit. So yeah, this put a different perspective on it, bro. After seeing this rabbi at this function with LeBron James and shit. Look, he holding LeBron James' hand and shit. LeBron look uncomfortable as hell just sitting there like that though. You see how he's sitting there?
Yeah.
You see that shit?
I mean, these entertainers, they do anything to keep their spot.
Facts.
And if
I
they have
saw
to
my
bow down
least.
to these types of guys, they're gonna do it. I mean, I'm not shocked at all. Not even a
Me
little,
neither.
not the least bit. That's why
Nah,
you can't. That's why the general public, to tell you the truth, you can't trust any of these celebrities or entertainers. None of them, because they all tied into the same organization. Because I
right.
mean, the general public gave these people power.
Hmm.
The general public gave these people the power. I mean, because if the general public wasn't effing with them no more, they'd collapse in a day. Like if billions of people say I'm not effing with these individuals no more and nothing that they support, they would collapse in a
They
day.
collapse. They were like, yeah, I'm tired of giving my
But
money to
obviously the general
this.
public, I see people always going at these individuals nonstop. Oh, they evil, they wicked, but you still support them. We all do. Because we still
Right.
watch their media, we still use their stuff because they tied into every industry on the planet.
Exactly.
Now the only people who ain't using their stuff is people like the Amish and all. They home like people who basically create their own products and have their own ways of life, living off the land. But if
Yeah.
you any type of corporation you support and any type of entertainment you watching, they own. So as much as you don't like them and what they do and all the celebrities that sold out, they still getting their power from somewhere and they getting it from the general public. What are you supposed to do in that situation?
Exactly. And the people so divided. So people
Yeah, people is
are neither
divided, so it
we
don't even matter.
divided at
Yeah.
right. At every aspect, the people are divided. So it's kind of really hard to come together and put resources together and build industries
Oh,
outside
that's
of.
not happening.
Yeah,
People
that's
are
not
not.
happening.
People is
Right.
living in.
People.
People is constantly in survival mode.
Yep.
Survival mode is everything to humanity. So people will do anything to survive. They stab their own people in the back. They stab they close people who's close to them in the back just to survive. So I mean, when I look at Ye apologizing to this Zionist like this, I'm looking at it. He's trying to survive. He
He's
he
trying to
trying to
survive.
survive. Yup. He's thinking about his kids. He's thinking about his career and all that. Not saying that I think it's right or honorable. I'm not saying that it's right or honorable. I'm just stating like what it is. What it is. That's why he's doing it. And the general public, you see, you can try to come out and expose these individuals. He's seen that didn't get him nowhere. The general public just say he looks crazy, he's this and that. So it's like if I'm going to be out here doing this and the general public ain't rocking with, why am I going to make myself an enemy to the people who's been feeding me? Because
Yeah,
that's
and
who's
it,
been
right.
feeding them.
And then the thing about it is, when you are a person that has an independent mindset, people barely support that. People support more of the corporation than people that's
There
independent.
you
And
go.
you know what I mean? So
We know that firsthand.
yeah, because they people will go run fast to them corporations, fast as hell.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
especially if you surrounded by advertisement 24/7, it's in your face all the time. You know what I mean? You can't even go nowhere without seeing advertisements from the corporation. So
It's
that's what people.
programming. It's mind
Yeah, it's
control.
programmed,
People
right?
talking about people talking about Kanye under MK Ultra. The general public is under
The
MK Ultra.
population,
The
yeah, they have the
population
whole
period is
population
under
under.
MK Ultra.
When we start accepting TVs into our homes, that's when they was able to program us.
Man, he was doing it even before that. When we
Even
started
before that,
accepting
yeah,
newspapers and
yeah,
radio
yeah, right.
stations into our
But
homes,
it it got
it's been insane.
it got stronger though because they was able to
Yeah, social
broadcast it to
media
billions.
is the worst right
Now,
now.
yeah,
Social media is
social
the
media is on.
strongest.
Yeah, social media put it on steroids, but they was able to broadcast millions. You know what I mean, to millions of people. At one time when the idiot box came,
Right.
but now social media put it in hyperdrive. Yeah. So
I
yeah,
mean, the
it's
thing is, you gotta think about it. The shit that we on now is owned by them.
yeah, everything. Yeah, it's something you really can't escape. You know what I mean, unless you're a person that's living like 100% off the grid, and who really doing that these type of in this
There's
day and
not many
age,
people that's living 100% off the grid.
right? Because we know, you know what I mean, like we deal with the
And
Amish community, and
that's a
they,
rough ass life. They
yeah,
made it a rough ass life because the collective is not living off the grid. The collect
facts,
life becomes easier because when you're part of the collective, but the collective make life hard because we bow down to people who's wicked rather than taking the system back for ourselves and stop being divided amongst each other. But we ain't gonna never get that because people they gonna make sure that people's always in fear. They're gonna make sure there's always scarcity, and then it's gonna keep us in survival mode, and we're gonna basically eat each other alive while bowing down to them. Because you'll see people right now, just with this government shutdown. If you go through comment section after comment section, you'll see a bunch of people saying, "Oh, it's the Republicans the reason why the government is shut down." Then you see people say, "Oh, it's the Democrats the reason why the government is shut down." Rather than blaming both sides, you want to be biased about your side being the good ones, and the other side is the ones that when it really is both sides. So they're gonna always keep people divided. And you see it's just low vibrational shit that if you're at a certain vibration within yourself, it's best just to stay away from all that and just suffer in silence because that's what's gonna happen. You're just gonna suffer in silence because you people who see the shit for what it is can see the big picture and see that it's both sides that's causing this. It's not just one side. So you're like, damn, it's an easier way if people just come together and say F both of those sides and we start doing our own thing and take the system back. But that's not gonna happen. People gonna keep supporting these entertainers, these celebrities, the glamour, yeah, I mean the consumerism. I mean, people can't in the survival mode. That's what it is. It's the survival mode, is the consumerism, is basically how you look, how you afraid how people look at you if you're not following the program that these individuals create. That these individuals create. Let's just put it. Let's just say what it is. The general public bows down to the wicked 24/7. You claim how people claim how much they hate what they do. All the Epstein list need to be put out there and all, but everybody still bow down to the wicked. You still depending on them to give you jobs. You still depending on them to find housing for you. You still depending on them to feed you. You still depending on them to everything. You depending on them for their protection. You depending on them for protection, security, everything. And they wicked as hell. They not gonna give you any of those things. And when they do give them to you, it's always some type of angle. So I mean, and these celebrities know that the celebrities know that the masses is just gonna fight them. So they like, we have opportunity to take care of my family and my people, and their people is not the whole black community. Kanye's people is not the whole black community. It's his kids and his living family members that he do take care of. Same thing with every other celebrity. I don't know why we look at these celebrities and be like, "Oh, the black community is their community." No,
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
not.
yeah. Don't, yeah,
No, the
don't
fuck,
stop.
we're not.
Yeah, the thing
No,
is,
we're
you can't,
not.
because they're not the new black political leaders to us. I mean, because I see what they're doing. They're trying to make these celebrities like the new political leaders and shit,
And they're
and
not.
they're not. They're entertainers. Put it in the proper perspective. Same thing they was doing when Malcolm X made that same video when he was talking about these people trying to make these puppets, these clowns, political, these comedians, these ball players,
Yeah, I
entertainers,
can't
trying to
stand that shit.
trying to politicize them and make them political, or yeah, I mean, so they can basically keep, you know, try to keep up, the black community at bay and shit like that. Like, nah,
Not just the black community.
yeah, yeah,
All,
they're
all
not that.
these
Yeah,
celebrities,
but
these celebrities be on this political shit, black
yeah,
or
but
white.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm talking about at
Look at
that time
Robert De
when,
Niro. Look at Robert De Niro, and
yeah, yeah,
look at
yeah.
how
I'm
these
talking about, yeah,
motherfuckers be
yeah,
so into trying to persuade their
right,
fans to follow their political ideologies when they just supposed to be there to entertain us. And they get paid extra by the Zionists, by people like that. They get paid extra to push that jargon that they push, whether it's the
yeah,
left or the right. And they split it up. They say these celebrities is going to support the right, and these celebrities are going to support the left, and their fans are going to fight against each other. And we're going to pay these celebrities a lot of money, and we're going to make sure they still remain, uh, remain famous because we
yeah.
own the
That's
media.
right.
We own the
It,
media, and we're gonna make sure they remain famous. People don't want to. People don't. The shit's gonna continue forever because people's never gonna see this. Oh well, the wicked always gonna reign on earth as long as the people is divided,
yeah.
and that's a
I
lot of shit that people ain't ready to hear, but it's the truth. The wicked, these people are always gonna reign. Why are we complaining? What we gonna do by complaining? We complain about it. Yeah, Kanye sold out. So now what? He sold out. Now what?
Hey, man, so
Exactly. Like now
that,
what?
that ain't like
Now
nothing
what?
new. Yeah, that shit ain't nothing new. Like,
Now what?
man did that. Like, the fuck, he even told you he did that. Sold my soul to the devil. What he say? Lisa came with a few toys like a Happy Meal. Like, come
Yeah,
on, he
there you
even told
go.
you that. Like, what the hell? Yeah, this Rabbi Pinto guy definitely tied in. Cause I'm looking at him, looking at more shit. He definitely, yeah, he's like famous among them too. So he like one of them niggas. He's like one of the famous rabbi that they throw out there in front of them. He's like a face. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I'm pretty sure Kanye prior didn't had run-ins with this rabbi guy before already. A lot of them, a lot of them get summoned. A lot of the bigger entertainers get summoned any damn way. That's why you see LeBron, I mean, meeting with him and shit. I was trying to see if he met with some more people on here, but yeah, they just showing more LeBron James and shit. But yeah, and this rabbi dude is not that old either. He's 52 years old, so he really ain't that old either. So yeah, so Kanye ain't really speak out on this shit yet. So I'm sure he gonna hit social media when he got some shit to promote. And you know what I mean? When he got something to
Mhm.
promote, that's when Kanye be, come from back up from under the rock. And there's probably gonna be a lot of people speaking on this shit with Kanye with this meeting with this rabbi guy. Um but yeah, man. Yeah, this who knows what Kanye motive is. Like you said, he in survival mode too. I mean, he's in survival mode as well. Yeah,
Yeah, it don't even matter at this point. Yeah, you're gonna see a lot more celebrities bowing down so they can keep their shit. We seen Snoop do it. We seen Nick Cannon do it. We seen Floyd Mayweather do it. Seen Kanye do it. The list will keep going on and on and on. And the ones who ain't do it, they not around anymore. People barely even talk about them.
right.
Like so these people is going to keep winning as long as the public allow it. Somebody said, well, "Why does the deflection always fall on the black community?" I'm getting tired of even just hearing about black community. Black community is some fabricated shit anyway. Like it's all the mindset that we got as a black community is all basically based on some shit that was created here in America by these same slave owners. When really the so-called black community in America is really the natives here, are really the natives. Before it was called America, before Amerigo Vespucci and Columbus and all them niggas
Yeah,
came
before
over
they,
here.
yeah,
Yeah,
it was
it
tribe.
wasn't no
Yeah,
such thing as no goddamn black
nah,
community.
it was tribe.
That
Well, he
black
was tribe.
community shit is
Yeah,
some political shit that they came up with to control us with, to group us and basically lock down our energy.
and they did a lot of that shit during the civil rights movement.
Exactly.
That was the Jesse Jacksons and them. They started
Yeah,
putting that label as yeah, we
yeah,
should
the
label
black
ourselves as
community.
black
Yeah,
and all this shit. Like nah,
the African American
they're
community,
African
the black
American and all
community,
that, right?
all of that shit. When a lot of us over here are not even from fucking Africa. Like a
Yeah,
lot of us are natives to this land here.
and we ain't even
That's
call
another
ourselves
thing.
black and none of it. We just
So that
named
black
ourselves all by
community,
our tribe.
that's some bullshit.
Yeah, the
That's
Inca
some more
tribe
MK
or
Ultra programming right there.
right.
And a lot of these celebrities that just because they skin color is dark don't mean that they're black community. Like we always expect something from these fucking entertainers to do something for the black community. Why? Why do we expect that from them? Why do we expect that from them?
You know what? And our ancestors had more of a do for self mindset. It was always a do for self mindset.
I don't expect none of them niggas
Yeah,
to help us out. First of all, the hand that's feeding them ain't fucking with the black community.
right.
So why would they help us out when the hand that feeds them is not from the black community? The ones that's giving them their money and their fame don't give a shit about the so-called black community. So why would they let their puppets help us out? We gotta start asking ourselves this shit.
But then you got to think about it more on a broader mindset too, because look at the country at this point. It don't even matter what the fuck color you are.
And
You know
that's
what I
the
mean?
point that we trying to get through to everybody. This whole
look,
black and white shit don't
look
matter.
what's happening. Look what's happening to the country. Look what's happening to the country as a whole. That shit it ain't even about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this whole
Black
black and
community
white shit
or
is
white
another
community.
ritual. This black
You
and
see
white
what's
shit is
happening.
another ritual. It's more it's more part of the MK Ultra that y'all niggas love talking about. The MK Ultra mind control. The black and white shit is a part of that. That's just something else to keep people divided. The
Yeah,
just like no different than a Democrat versus the Republican or the black versus the white. That's why the establishment love pushing niggas like Umar and all, cause Umar pushed that division shit. Got people thinking when people are just people, we all getting fucked right now.
yeah. Yeah, that whole Pan Africanism shit is yeah, that's just another division ploy. Yeah, and that shit is kind of like that shit kind of like played out during the Garvey movement. I don't understand
What?
the,
What played out
that
during the
that
Garvey
that
movement?
whole that whole Pan Africanism shit.
That
Niggas
shit is
going back to
retarded.
niggas going back to Africa and all that shit. Like nah, nigga, our
Everybody's
ancestors.
not from fucking Africa,
Yeah,
bro.
our ancestors was here already. That's some brainwashed ass. Um, that's some brainwashed ass. What's his name that did the whole roots? His
And that
family.
was just his family's
Yeah,
lineage. We not related to him.
right. The
You talking
whole
about Alex Haley
Alex Haley. Yeah,
and
they try to
Roots and
make.
shit? That was
Yeah, they
his.
try to.
That was just his family's
Yeah,
timeline.
right. They try to make roots a broader thing for the whole black people. Perry. I'm like, nah. Everybody ain't roots. Everybody didn't
Everybody
have
who's
that.
dark skinned over here, family didn't come from the fucking
They ain't come
African
from that.
slave trade.
Nah.
Yeah, that's programming. That's because when they conquered the land over here, they don't want to let us know that we are the rightful owners of this land over here.
Yeah, that's why they
The
teach
niggas
us.
that's in the inner cities don't realize that that this is they the heirs to this land over here, not the United States government. The United States government basically breeded us out through the census because they started just labeling all of us African Americans.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. That's
Yeah, it's a shame that more people don't know that, but I
yeah.
don't even think it matters if we know that or not. People are so fucked up already in the head and so divided and so brainwashed
Right.
and so manipulated. I don't even think it matters at this point.
Right.
To tell you the truth, everything is falling apart. As it
Facts.
should. Like all this shit is about to come tumbling down. All of our concepts about to go right out the window. The black thing, the white thing, the Democrat thing, the Republican thing, the Jewish and the Jewish versus Muslim and the Jewish versus
Facts.
Christian. And all that shit is about to be done. Now all
Facts.
that shit is about to be done. Like because none of it matters and none of it is true. None of it's truth. None of it.
I tell you, yeah, because people now you seeing everybody suffering at the hands of this government. It ain't even just about black, the white, this country as a whole is suffering at the hands of what this country what the government has been doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that shit supersedes past just black, white, or
It
this community,
does.
that community. This country suffering as a whole because our government is making decisions that's causing the people to suffer at the hands of the decisions that they're making. And then people so fucking divided, you know what I mean, that people don't even times like this is where you will see people banding together and coaches and shit banding together. And for the most part, they do. For the most part, they do. It's just a lot of propaganda that keep this shit keep people separated. Yeah, I mean, they try to use a lot of propaganda to keep people separated. But for the most part, cultures do intertwine with each other because not everybody, you know, everybody have a different skill set. Everybody have a different, you know, a different belief, but they still, intertwine with other cultures and other, you know, um, systems and shit. So they all that propaganda that they push to keep people divided, that's just employed, this whole political system is wrapped around that stupid ass shit. It's all just to feed this goddamn political system that we all that people want to follow this whole left and right shit. They up there right now going back and forth arguing about who's who's uh who's right and who's wrong when it's people that's not that's not eating based off the fact of the decisions that they're up there trying to decide on. You know what I'm saying? That shit don't make no sense. And people still out here arguing left and right. You even see people in the dumbass comment section like, y'all still making this shit about uh, uh p- Donald Trump and this and like y'all still making that shit about a political agenda. That shit ain't got nothing to do with that. Like we say, all the motherfuckers is grouped together at this point. They all grouped together. There isn't no left and right
Yeah,
when
if
it
you're gonna
comes.
group anybody together, that's who you group together. All the motherfuckers that's in them government
Right,
offices. They group all them together because it's all one big
right,
basically one big club with them. And they're all there to keep the masses full while they keeping us working hard, killing us with taxes, and then killing us with government regulation, expanding the
right,
government while the people starve.
right.
Like if we $38 trillion in debt, that means we can't afford this government. $38 trillion
Facts,
in debt, which means this government overspends all the time on shit we
facts.
really don't need because they don't get nothing done. It's not like this government. It's not like this government is doing anything good for the people. The government only does good for itself, and the people always get screwed in the end. That $38 trillion national debt is proof of that.
Sheesh.
$38 trillion in debt, and they still squeezing tax dollars out of us, and they still and they gonna shut the government down after still taking our tax. They shut the government down, but they still take your tax dollars. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all, like and they
That's
not
crazy.
just taking the black community tax dollars. They not just taxing the black community. So that's why that's another thing we gotta get. They not just taxing the white community, the black community, or the Asian community. They taxing every fucking body who ain't part of them. But I guarantee none of these politicians pay taxes.
Facts.
None of them.
they do
Nobody's sitting in
exactly like.
Congress. Nobody's
Yup,
sitting at the House.
yup,
None of them in the Oval Office. Nobody's fucking. They not paying no taxes. Guaranteed,
right,
taxes is waived for them. But they could shut the government down, eat good. You know what I mean? Kids and all that. Best schools, best medical, vacation homes, luxury. Shut the government down so the people starve, but they live luxurious and still collect tax dollars, still squeeze you for every cent. And we still
facts.
think this about, and that's both sides. Democrats and Republicans are doing the same shit. So how are we arguing about it's the Democrats or arguing that it's the Republicans when they live in luxurious, but they basically got government employees working for free?
Exactly. Yeah, that shit don't make sense.
Like that like people don't see that, but hey man, as long as people don't see that and we keep fighting amongst each other, these people are always going to win. They always going to be on top. It ain't
Facts.
shit. And people like us who know the truth is going to continue to suffer in silence because we could talk about it all day. We just get ignored or get attacked. Like seriously, we get ignored or get attacked. People ain't trying to hear
Like,
that shit.
right. Yeah, people ain't trying to, right.
Yeah, people ain't trying to hear that shit. So you just get out of their way and let them believe what
And
they
let
want to believe. Vote to your heart content. Just keep voting, and thinking shit
ain't
gonna
that
change.
ain't that's
Niggas
what
been voting.
Arsenio Hall said to
Yep,
Eddie?
yep. Keep voting. Go ahead.
Yo,
Vote.
he said keep voting until somebody right come
Go
along
ahead.
and shit. Like, yeah, he gonna be voting forever,
You're gonna be voting
Arsenio.
forever.
Right, you gonna be voting forever. Trying to vote for the right person to come along and shit. That's crazy. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
people don't understand that the people have to come together, which never happen.
yeah, that ain't gonna happen, bro.
People ain't yeah. You see where people hearts at and how people are
Yeah, yeah,
in
that shit ain't
survival
happening.
mode. Yeah, like people can't even get along. Relationship wise with their own family or spouses.
Right. Yeah, that shit. Right.
Like they definitely ain't gonna come together with motherfucking strangers to combine resources and all that. People ain't
Nah.
doing that. That's not the mindset of the type people. So the only thing left is more corruption, more wickedness until the
Yeah, it had
point
to
where
fall. Right.
completely
Yeah,
till we're
completely fall.
completely destroyed.
Yeah, it has to be completely
Yeah, that's what's gonna
complete
happen.
a
That's
complete
the only
fall.
thing that's gonna make a change is a complete destruction. 100% destruction. And
Where
that's the
more
only thing that's gonna make a change.
yeah, Mari Williams said, yup, true, you can feel the tension too. Yeah, yeah, you can feel like hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yup, hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't expect anything to change.
Nah, hell nah.
Not in our lifetime. It ain't happening. Unless there's 100% destruction. Now we're in a stage of destruction right now.
Yeah.
You realize nobody can really build anything authentically.
Not in the middle of a storm.
People is
Hell nah.
lying if they saying that they can or they all these
Yeah.
motherfuckers trying to act like they building shit like nah you ain't building
You
nothing you
can't you
only
can't
building it for the rubble for the destruction
yeah, you
more
can't
fire
build right. You can't build amongst the storm by the
nah
storm
you
happening.
can't
It's
you
like
can't
fuck you building in the middle of a storm.
yeah that shit ain't happening
Nah, you gotta let the destruction happen. The rebel, because everything gonna fall to the rebel, and then you rebuild from, after the destruction. But during this time of destruction, really there ain't no building.
nope. And I know some people don't want to hear that type of truth because that's a harsh
Nah,
reality
but
that
but it's
shit
a
got to
time
be
to
destroyed
yeah, it's time to build.
100%.
But that's the laws of the universe. It's time to
And a
build.
lot
It's
of
the
us ain't
time to
gonna
build
make
and the
it.
time to destroy.
And a lot of us ain't gonna make it. That's just how it is. When the destruction happens, majority of people are not gonna make it.
Yeah, that's the laws of the universe, though. It's a time to build and a time to destroy. That's just what happens. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just what happens. Like the fall, when the fall come around, the leaves and everything falls off the trees, all of everything, and then when the spring happens, everything spring back up again. So it's that we on a constant cycle, and that's what people don't understand. We on a constant cycle. There's a time to build and there's a time to destroy. We in a destruction phase right now. That's why a lot of the shit that's happening right now is happening because we in a destructive you know phase right now. So it ain't you can't build during a time of destruction. What you can do is build yourself up eternally though. You know what I mean? You could build yourself up from within. That's about it. But everything else around us is it is what it is for now. It's just a time. It's we on that constant cycle. You said the beast system. Yeah, we was born into that shit. Yup, yup. Yeah, we was born into that. Oh yeah.
Yeah, the B system is now.
We in
Yeah,
the belly. We in the
we're in
belly.
it right now. Yeah, we're in it right now.
Yeah, we in the belly of the beast. The belly of the beast.
I mean, everybody's enslaved, whether they believe it or not. That's the harsh reality.
Oh
The
yeah.
harsh reality is we all enslaved. We basically we're in captivity right now. And, and
Yup.
and the most scariest part of this captivity, most people don't know that they're in it. And you can't even tell them that. They get mad at you, angry. They say that they have all types of excuses to deny it. Like people ain't ready to hear this type shit. And usually, people will be delusional until the destruction takes place 100%. And we're definitely building up to it. We there. We
Right.
very close.
Right.
We very close to the destruction.
Fact.
And the thing is, and then you got people that's delusional, think, everything's not, you just gotta call things for what they are. I understand about, oh, you don't want to be sound too negative and all that type of stuff, but you gotta call reality what reality is instead of trying to, be in a delusional world where you think everything is all right long as you vote Democrat or vote Republican or become a good Christian and all that, thinking things gonna be all right. Nah, that's just not that's just not the reality. The reality is the wicked has taken over this place. That's the reality, and we're all enslaved to the wicked, and most of us don't know that we're enslaved to the wicked. That's the bottom key right there. People don't realize that we're enslaved to the wicked right now. We think this we think this system of you know how we judge each other and then how things are ran. We think that's just how things are, but it's not. It's only like this when people was enslaved. The anxiety and trying to keep up with society, the shit that they basically make us do, just so like the shit that even just like how will we pay for things, the way we pay for things, bills constantly coming in for shit that should be free in the first place, shit that's free with the planet, that came free with the planet. Now, now we have to work endless hours to get a small portion of that, and they guys believing it's not enough to go around when they waste and throw away so much shit. Like we're so much into consumerism, we don't even realize how much shit get thrown away. And we're constantly working nonstop and paying taxes on it all. And it's like we're all depleted. That's one thing. They keeping us sleep deprived. They keeping us dehydrated and deprived of sleep. Cause I'm telling you right now, just about everything we eating out there that we think is sustaining our body is dehydrating us. The food that they give us with all the chemicals and shit, you know what I mean? That's dehydrating us. All these hours we have to put in just to maintain bills and all that shit. That's sleep deprivation, along with the fucking light that's coming off of all these screens, causing you not to produce melatonin in a healthy way, so you're not going to sleep. Instead, you up all night on devices and shit. So that's how they weakening us. They weakening us through poisoning our food, overworking us. You know what I'm saying? And they keeping us in a weak mind state of survival. We in constant survival mode. That's why
Fact.
there's so much anxiety, so much disease, so much sickness, so much hatred, so much anger and all that going around because we're in an advanced prison right now. We're in an advanced prison system and we don't even see it. And most of us are not going to see it. And people will get mad that we talk like this. People will get actually angry because people don't want to believe the reality. But the only way to get out of it, you got to know that you're in it. If you don't know that you're a slave, you're gonna forever be a slave because you ain't even gonna know that you're one. And you're gonna think this is just how life is when it's not. And then we say, oh, then people will say, well, nature. People will say nature is harsh and all that. Well, the thing is, us as humans, we're more intelligent. We manipulate our environment to survive, and we know how to adapt. So if we was able to use that in a good way and not trying to enslave each other with it, we'll all be living comfortably here. But I realize it's not about that. This place seems like it's about suffering. It seems like we come here just to suffer. Because that's all there is. You have small times of happiness and all that, which is fleeting. But then majority of the stuff that goes on this planet is suffering because we're too blind to see what we have in front of us. That we can actually transform this place into something better because of our intelligence. Is that we got intelligence, but we ain't got emotional intelligence, and most of us don't have common sense. So the animals are doing better than us. The animals do better than we do.
And it's crazy because there's parts of the world where people don't even have that same perspective that we have. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think because we was born into this Western society where everything is based on, you know what I mean, materialism, keeping up with materialism, keeping up with the latest, and that type of world that we was, you know, basically came up in. That this whole Western ideology of that shit of materialism, because you ever watch some of those documentaries where they actually go into certain areas where where tribe is still sustaining and shit. They don't have that. I'm pretty sure they have their own dealings that they deal with, but it's not like how we deal with shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, and I guess it's just whatever the environment is. Cause say if you a person that that was born into that type of environment where everything wasn't based on material shit, right? Then you wouldn't even really have that mindset of I gotta keep up with society. I gotta get the latest shit, or I gotta pay, you know what I mean? I gotta pay bills, I gotta maintain my living situation as far as paying bills and just trying to keep up and maintain in a society like this versus a society where it's nature, you living off the land, I mean, you're not really worrying about paying bills and because you live in a natural way of life. You see what I'm saying? So it's it's because we was born into this shit right here that we trying to sustain this life that we trying to sustain based off this material shit. Yeah, it's going to make you feel some type of way. It's going to make you feel some type of way. When everything is based on money, it's going to make you feel some type of way. But say if you come from a place where you didn't have to use money, everything in your surroundings was what you needed to sustain life right then and there. You don't need to worry about going out, spending money and working out, endless hours to try to keep up and maintain. You wouldn't have no stress. That's why some of those people in those villages live to 120, 130 years old, because they don't have to worry about the shit that we have to worry about living in the type of civilization we live in. You see what I'm saying? So that will put a stress on a person. That will put a person in that. If you constantly in that survival mode and shit, yeah, it's going to put you in that mindset. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But I mean, what do you do? I mean, what do you do? At having to to try to maintain and survive in a civilization like the one we live in. You know what I mean? You said the American dream is an illusion. Yeah, that shit already. It was an illusion. That shit was created. That whole American dream shit was created for us to chase, because they set up a whole pyramid scheme based off the American dream. You got to go to college. You got to become this. You got to become that. You need this to be part of society. You need the big house with the picket fence. You need the cars. You need the clothes. You know what I'm saying? They built this whole system based off of materialism. This whole pyramid scheme and shit.
And they did that. They did that to make sure they get the land and then
Right.
enslave us. Because you gotta think about it. People gotta see. Most people don't think like this. What were people doing before this whole industrial revolution, and then the American dream, and then they came with their convenience and all that and took over basically the land? Because before that, people were surviving on their own piece of land with their own family animals. That there was enough, and they had their own gardens and their own farms and all that type of stuff. And then what happened was this American dream, this convenience was sold to us, and that's what basically got us now is an endless bill, cycling bill, like bills, nonstop bills coming in every second. Yeah, I mean, you just get finished paying the bill and they already sending the next one. But if you was producing your own stuff with your own piece of land, you wouldn't be getting all them fucking bills as much.
Yeah.
Just think about how many bills we get these days
Yeah.
compared to the bill. And people don't realize that's what's enslaving us. The bills and the taxes, and what's also enslaved is that we judging each other based on the American dream. We judge each other based on how big your car is. I mean, how big your house is, how fancy your car is, how fancy your clothes are, whether you got the latest this or the latest that. And we hold each other to those standards, not realizing we're all being enslaved to that. Because because you gotta realize the money is going to keep devaluing. And as the money keep devaluing, we gotta work even harder to maintain that shit or to even get it in the first place. And we're judging each other based off of that. That right there is a psyop, a prison, advanced prison that we don't recognize we in prison because we was born into it. Because we don't realize how our ancestors used to live off the land. When they lived off the land, there wasn't no bills. There wasn't no, and there was plenty to go around. And I ain't saying there's anything wrong with technology and all that shit, but the technology is being used to enslave us. Because this technology can be used to make our lives easier, which it does, but we're putting in endless hours at these busted ass jobs out here who ain't paying people shit, and with a government that's making sure our money stay devalued and their taxes are high. So now, in order for us to have this shit that's supposed to better our lives, we being it's stressful just to maintain it because it was a trap in the first place. This is what happens when you let wicked people bring you convenience. You're not supposed to eat off the wicked king's table, and that's what we're
No,
doing.
no, yup, exactly.
We're
Eating off
eating
the
off the
wicked
wicked
king's
king's
table.
table.
Yup.
Yup. We gave the wicked king the land and everything else, and we let them do with it what they please, and they came us back on. They brought us back on as laborers, people to work the land while they just get to sit down, get fat off our labor, while they basically sit there and dictate what we do and how we live with the work off our backs. through tax dollars and government regulation. Because that's all there is. That's what's going on. This American dream and this Western civilization. And the thing is, this Western civilization, this mindset is spreading to places where it wasn't at before.
Facts.
Like it's spreading like a disease. And
Yo,
that's
people.
gonna be our destruction.
Yo, people don't even know. People don't even know that America is still getting taxed by England. They don't even fucking know that.
Facts.
That's the
Through
crazy
the
part
District of
about it.
Columbia.
Through the
Facts. Through the
District of
District of
Columbia.
Columbia.
Facts.
Facts.
People don't realize that
Same
the
thing with
tax.
Canada.
Yeah.
The British Columbia.
Yeah.
British Columbia and we District of Columbia. Yes.
Yeah. Most people don't know that, bro. That we still kicking up to England. Y'all people think America
All the
won.
islands are too.
Yeah. People think America, them beating the redcoats and shit, and that's where it had ended. They
That
didn't
was a
realize
lie, bro.
that was a whole fucking lie. They didn't even realize that England still hold deeds to America and shit, and that's where that's where we kicking up to. We kick up to England.
Facts.
A lot
They
of
don't
people don't know
realize
that.
that.
Yeah, a lot of people
Nah,
don't know that, bro.
they don't realize that. And it ain't really England we kicking up to. It's
That's
tell you
it.
the truth, it's Rome
Yeah,
we kicking up to.
right.
And the families that's behind that.
Hmm. Yeah, a lot of
Cause
people don't know that.
don't forget the British monarch kissed the ring of the Pope.
Yep.
And that don't even matter at this point. None of that shit even matter. We just need to know that we enslaved and we need to get out of this shit. And the only way we're gonna get out of this is 100% destruction because most people is not gonna believe they're enslaved. They be like, man, shit, long as you got a job and you living, you breathing and you eating, you're free. That's what people believe. Long as you got a job and you woke up this morning and you eating, you're free.
I feel like, damn it, what? In what capacity?
Right. Right.
Fucking roach woke up
But
this morning.
the thing is, the job you're going to is bullshit. They
A
ain't paying
fucking,
you enough to live. The food that you eating is poison.
hey, a fucking rat woke up this
And,
morning.
right, and
I don't mean
you
shit.
waking up to slavery.
Hey, he said fucking
We
roach
just
woke
gotta
up
be
this
grateful
morning.
that we wake up as slaves. That's crazy to me. That's fucking crazy to me. I don't care what anybody say. That's crazy to me.
It's insane, actually.
Yeah. I mean, they putting taxes on taxes, bro.
But the thing about it, it's
They
crazy
tax them
because
off. They tax you on top of taxes, on top of taxes, on top of taxes,
it
devaluing the
always been like
money
this though since the
and
beginning of
regulating
time
the
though.
shit out of everything you do.
Right. A fucking rat woke up this morning.
While they get to
I don't
live in
mean shit.
luxury. Yeah, I'm telling you, you realize how most of those politicians, like they be wealthy as hell. Like they don't be that rich until they get in office. It's like, damn, I thought whatever you do in
That's all
office,
that.
you get paid 150K a year. How the fuck you a
Nah,
multi-millionaire now?
that's all that lobby
You
money.
get 250K, a year, but you leave the office 20-30 million dollars on Forbes list.
No,
Like what the fuck?
that's all that money being lobbied to them.
Like how y'all become multi-millionaires, you know what I mean, once you get into office because it's a club.
Lobbying and inside trading. Lobbying and inside trading.
And that's all you're gonna be voting for. That's all you're gonna be voting for. Yeah, lobbying and inside trading. Hell yeah.
That's the
That's what
key.
they
Yeah.
do. Yep, that's their main shit. Lobbying and inside trading. And creating certain regulations that benefit their corporate buddies, but then it damages the everyday day-to-day American. You know what I mean? And giving them tax breaks, giving they corporate buddies tax breaks and all
Yeah, because
that.
it hurts the smaller businesses when they do that.
Yep. Yeah, I know. That's what they love to do. They make a regulation that will affect smaller businesses, but corporations will be able to get around it. Because the smaller businesses usually moms and pops, shops, entrepreneurs, American citizens who don't want to work for the man, so you try to create your own lane, but the government come down harder on you than they do the corporation.
Right.
Like, we ain't realizing how enslaved we are until you actually start trying to get out of the system. See, that's the thing. You don't realize it till you try to get out of the
When you
system. You
start trying
realize
to
how much.
make an exit,
Yeah, and that's what we trying to show y'all on this channel. Like, we
make an
motherfuckers
exit.
that made our mindset like we need to get out of this shit,
Right.
and we seen how many hooks they had into us.
Fuck.
It's like
Actually, fuck.
one thing. If it ain't one thing, it's another,
And we
and
was,
it's constant.
yeah, they was we had to deal with a lot of shit behind the scenes when
And
it
we
comes,
still dealing with a
and
lot of
still
shit.
in deal with shit when it comes to being and this, it's not just us. You ask any independent business owner the shit they got to deal with when it comes to this fucking government and the shit and all the shit that you got to
And these
deal with.
crooked corporations that you have to work with, or like the bigger corporations you gotta
Right.
work with just to get your shit, like payment processors and all that type of shit.
Facts. Y'all just don't understand the shit you got to deal with
Yeah, it's crazy,
when it comes
man.
to that.
It's crazy.
So
It's
many
crazy
regulations.
how this set up. But if we was in the club, we wouldn't have a problem. All we had to do was make a phone call to our favorite politician that we lobbying, and they handle everything else. They make the calls, the next thing you know, everything start running smoothly
Yeah,
again
everything runs smoothly for you when you tied in.
when you tied into that club.
Right.
And that's what it's about. That's why you see Ye
Up there.
apologizing to
Right
you.
there.
Yeah, that's
Hat.
why he's up there. That's why Snoop had to apologize.
Ooh.
That's why what's his name? Floyd Mayweather
Floyd.
was up there. I support Israel 100%.
100%, not 50%, not
Not
10%,
50%,
not
right.
20%, not 30%,
100,
100%.
right.
I'm gonna be y'all. You be the voice of you guys. Like they need a voice. Like they need your voice. They already got an
And the
effing
thing is,
voice.
if they don't care about getting support from the black community, because like
Nah,
as long as we get support from the Zionist community, we gonna keep eating.
bro.
While and they gonna pay us to sell out the black community. And the thing is that the establishment is not even worried about the black community because they already got the black community in check already.
Fact.
They more scared of the rednecks and the white revolutionaries and militias out there.
They said the rednecks.
Yeah, they more scared of them than they are niggas because they got niggas under control already.
Right.
All they gotta do is throw a football, basketball direction, play some Cardi B and some Nicki Minaj or somebody, and we'll fall into place. Give us a couple government jobs, and we good.
That's funny as
That's the
shit.
truth, though. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That's the truth.
Niggas throw them a basketball, the
Yeah, throw
football,
them some, throw
throw
'em
'em
some
some Cardi
basketball,
B.
some football, throw 'em some Cardi B. That's they do. We can't deny this shit. Bring out some new Jordans. Bring the new Jordans out.
Yeah, keep putting the same old ass Jordans out. They you
Yeah,
notice they don't put nothing new out. They put the same Jordans out
yeah, it's the same shit.
every
Yeah,
couple of years. They
they
put the
not
same
worried about the
damn
black community at all. They not scared of the black community at all
hell nah.
because they created the black community. Because the black community we see these days ain't the same community that our ancestors. See, that's the thing. It's a difference. The black community we talk about today ain't our ancestors.
Right.
They don't have the strength of our This black community is built off of fucking consumerism. Henny and you know what I'm saying? Henny and Jordans. That's what this black community is built off of, bro. This shit ain't built off of nothing that has any depth to it. It's built off of the consumerism that we grew up with in America. This fabricated society that was built in America. That's what this black community that we
Nigga
see
said built
today
off
is
the
built off of.
Henny and Jordans.
Yeah. I'm just being real, bro. Like
Nigga
we
said
just
they
gotta
built off.
call shit for what it is.
Nah, you ain't lying though. We yeah, they got us so wrapped up in consumerism. Nah, you ain't lying
Yeah,
about that. You definitely
yeah.
ain't lying about that shit.
I mean, just look at
Everybody
look
should
at
know that.
reflection. Look at how all the pastors are in the black community. Them
Yeah,
prosperity preachers and shit like
yeah,
that.
a
All
lot
is
of
about
religious,
consumerism.
yeah, a lot of religious leaders and shit
Everything is
is
about
about,
consumerism. Everything
yeah,
is about
prosperity peak preaching.
everything. Yeah, this black community that we all enmeshed in is something that's fabricated and created by the very people that we supposed to be looking at as our enemies. Yeah. Yep. Drill music, video games, Henny, popping pills, Jordan.
Henny,
Like,
drill music, Henny.
yeah, like let's just be whole music. Like, let's just be real. Pull up in the best cars, going to the club. Like, it's just the same shit. Like we
I
just
tell
let's
you what,
go.
that lifestyle that shit about to be played out real quick. People gonna realize that shit is all the facade. That all that going to the club, we gotta get, you know what I mean, all that shit about to be played out quick. It's starting to play out now because people can't really, you know what I mean? Like a lot of them clubs, them shits don't even be popping like that no more. A lot of that shit has died. That shit has died down. And y'all know it.
And they always got these motherfuckers over here looking for a leader. Always looking for somebody to lead. Nobody want to lead their own lives. Everybody looking for a fucking leader. Oh, that's why we always look trying to put these black
We need a
celebrities,
fucking
these so-called
leader.
black celebrities in high regard because we always looking for a leader. And establishment just gonna keep giving us Cardi B and LeBron James.
We need a fucking leader.
Right? They always want a fucking leader all day.
Hey, I
Maybe
noticed.
maybe
I
maybe
know.
niggas are the real
Nah,
Israelites because they was always looking for the next king. Them niggas was always looking
nah,
for a
nah. That's
king in
not.
the old.
Nah, that's a
Them
fact
niggas was
though.
always looking for a king in the Old Testament. Always looking for a fucking king, nonstop. Just
Nah,
like
that's a
niggas
fact though.
today, always looking for the next leader
The next king.
rather than leading your damn self and stop being brainwashed. Look at the type motherfuckers they give us, the Al Sharpness and the Jesse Jacksons and motherfuckers like that.
And they got Al Sharpton.
And or give us like niggas, ball players and comedians and shit like that. Like, that's the type people that they make leader over the black community.
Yeah,
Motherfuckers that's 100% controlled by the establishment.
that's crazy because Malcolm was saying the same shit 40 years ago, and we still
And
saying the
nothing
same
ain't
shit. And
changed.
nothing has changed, bro. All that for
Never gonna
standing
change.
in line every 4 years to vote, where that shit got us? Nowhere. That shit is still the same. It's a fucking cycle. You're keeping niggas on a cycle, on a Ferris wheel, just constantly going in a circle. That's crazy that the same shit the Black Panthers and all that niggas are saying, say the shit we saying now. That's crazy. That tell you right there, nothing has changed, man.
So the only thing left now is 100% destruction.
Destruction. Yeah, you gotta destroy this shit.
Because a
Yeah,
leader,
this shit gotta be
a
destroyed.
leader ain't gonna get us out of this shit. Because let's say we did find a perfect leader. You know what's going to end up happening to him?
Pew pew pew
Yep.
pew
He's
pew.
going to get taken out because the wicked is always going to be there to take him out, and the people's is going to be weakened by it. And the wicked is going to use that as another victory to control because they know how we're going to react when it happens. So they always come with the solutions. And the thing is, they've done it in the past. They've done it. They've done it. And shit never changed nothing. Because the people have to change.
Right.
We can't look to one person. You can't look to one person expecting to change your life.
That's crazy.
Yeah, people be looking at these people in these politics, for them to change their life. Long as we get so and so in office, everything's gonna be good.
Facts.
Niggas had Obama in there for 8 years. Niggas was when 2008 election, everybody, yeah, change gonna come. As long as we get Obama in there, all the niggas. As long as we get Obama in there, everything's gonna be good. He was in there for 8 years, ain't do shit for your so-called black community.
Yeah, he wasn't in there.
And
He
then they
wasn't
tried
in
to
there for
blame the
that.
Republicans then. Oh, you gonna blame the Republicans for 8 years?
Nah, his agenda wasn't to put in there to look out for black community and shit.
Exactly.
I don't know why people thought that.
I don't know why people be thinking that shit. That's why I
Yeah,
said the black community is
I
the
mean,
ones they're least worried about. The establishment ain't scared of the black community at all.
nah,
They not scared of, because they know we're so divided amongst each other that they ain't never got to worry about us.
and they could predict, You know what I
Our
mean?
every move.
Because if you were the one that created that, then you the one that
Exactly.
can predict that.
They
You know
created
what
the
I'm saying?
black community. Yup. The slave masters are the ones that created the black community. Because the way the black community move, even during the civil rights, all the way up until now, is not how our ancestors moved.
Fuck no. Hell no.
Nope. Nope. The closest modern day people who move like how our ancient ancestors moved was that shit in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black
Right.
Wall Street. That's as close as it come, and look what they did to that community.
Jeez. Reduce
That's
it
the
down to
closest because and the
rebel.
reason why I say they were the closest to the ancestors because they produced everything themselves.
Right. They reduced that community down to rebel.
They produced everything themselves. They wasn't created by nobody. They actually was using the ancient uh they was actually using the ancient wisdom of the Moors to create
Yeah.
Tulsa, Oklahoma. And they broke that shit up quickly. The government broke that shit up quickly.
Right. Drop the bomb on that shit, bro. Drop the whole, burnt that shit to down to rubble.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
they're the closest to our ancestors because our ancestors was self-sustainable.
Yeah.
And that's what it boils down to. We're not self-sustainable. We depend on the corporations for everything. So we're
Fact.
enslaved to them. They could go and put military in front of grocery stores right now, and we wouldn't even know how the fuck we gonna eat.
Facts. We ain't prepared for that type of shit. Hell nah.
But if they did that with our ancestors know how to make their own shit from the land,
Mhm.
grow their own food, produce their own food, and everything like that. Make their own clothing,
Right.
make their own beauty products and feminine hygiene products and all that other shit. We did it all ourselves. We didn't depend on no corporations, and the corporations is doing that shit for us, but they poisoning us at the same time,
Fact.
and they overcharging us, and we're creating. They using us for the labor to create the shit that we could barely even afford ourselves. So what's going to happen is people is being burnt out so much that this shit ain't going to have nothing to do but collapse. Because you can only work the people so much before shit just starts shutting down. And I
Yeah,
think we coming to the end.
that's what's happening now. Yeah. And all you gotta do, just get the fuck out the way. Let that shit collapse. Get out the way.
I mean, we all gonna get affected by it. A lot of us ain't gonna make this collapse. A lot of us aren't gonna make it, and a lot of us haven't made it.
All right.
If y'all understand all the wicked shit that this government has been doing and still continue to do to us, the bio weapons that they created for us, all the poisoning of the food and water supply, overworking us, and creating mind control programs where we're divided amongst each other. All that shit is like it's like a collective of just sorcery, witchcraft, wickedness, and we falling for it in slavery.
Straight control. 100%. World domination. Yeah, because this shit is global.
Yeah. I'm be honest with you. I think Kanye got threatened. Him and his family, he got threatened,
Right.
and I mean they've been threatening him, and they've been doing things to make his life harder. Even though he has a strong following, they still been doing things to make his life harder.
Yeah, they trying to break him, and it looked like
Yeah,
they broke him. Look like they
right.
broke him. Yeah, it's like at the end of the day, they win at the end of the day.
This the
Like
Willie Lynch. This
when you
that
go
Willie
up
Lynch shit.
right when you go up against them and shit, it's like at the end of it all, you end up submitting to them motherfuckers anyway.
This the Willie Lynch shit. They gotta take the biggest, baddest Negro and break him down in front of the world.
And you notice they did this shit on camera. They had to make sure they get it on. See that, and that's when I knew. That's when I knew too
Psyop.
that it was that because I didn't even have to even think about whether once it's caught on camera, then you know what the premise of this shit is. Because they gotta humiliate you one way or another. They gotta get it on camera to make to see you submitting to them, so they can basically do that in front of all these other slaves. Buck break the biggest baddest slave in front of all the other slaves, so they
In
could
front of
fall
all
in
the
line.
other slaves. Yup.
So Kanye, when I seen that shit on the timeline, I said, "Oh yeah, they got to him." Same thing with Snoop. When I seen Snoop put the gay shit in his own cartoon after saying the shit he said, I said, "Yeah, they got to him." Like, yeah, that's what they do. It's a, you know what I mean? So when I seen Kanye, when I seen the video that surfaced, I said, "Oh yeah, they got to him." Because if it was a thing of where they just got together to have a conversation, what I mean, or whatever they was trying to do, it would have been more of an enclosed situation, not to be recorded on camera and shit like that. But you might have seen pictures and all that shit, but you wouldn't have seen no video or none of that. But so when I seen him post the video on his own, the rabbi dude posted on his own social media. He posted it on his own Instagram, on his own, um, Twitter X. Then I knew what it was. I said, yeah, they got the Kanye. Kanye, you like you say, his life might have been in danger. It's like, all right, we can't have this guy on the loose out here. You know what I mean? With that type of influence, you gotta realize Kanye has a lot of influence. You know what I'm saying? So they needed to get that under control. You know what I mean? By any means necessary, they wanted to get that shit under control. And plus, Kanye was doing a lot of making different moves and shit independently too, like the whole crypto coin shit that he started doing. He started he started you know the NFT shit and all that. He started getting into that shit too. I think he had launched a crypto coin or some shit. I forgot the name of it. I think he did that shit like what last like maybe a few months back. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Ye. When I seen that shit, I was like, yeah, they made Ye submit. They made Kanye ass submit. You said he looked scared. Yeah, yeah, you could tell he's scared. Hell yeah, yeah, he's scared. Hell yeah. Cause we only see what's on the camera. No, no telling who's standing. It's probably Israeli intelligence standing like off to the side, some damn where we can't see. You say for if we said or his children. I mean, it's possible, man. Yeah. Yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button if y'all ain't hit that like button. Subscribe if you have it. I was trying to see if any more came out about this real quick. To see if Kanye is responding to this shit. But I don't really see nothing. I just see a lot of media posting about it and shit. But with Kanye. Oh, I see Kim Kardashian supporting Israel. Of course, they all got to fall in line. Oh, she opening 15 stores in Israel. Uh, Kim Kardashian. Oh, then maybe that's why Kanye. Yeah, that was just reported that she opening 15 Skims stores in Israel. Maybe that's why Kanye had to submit. Who knows? Maybe that's why, y'all. She do got his children. Shit crazy. Yeah, I don't see. Yeah, I don't see shit else on this. But we keep y'all posted. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, I don't see shit else. Funny.
He's just doing what every other celebrity have to do. It's part of the program, bro.
All right.
We seen what happened to Nick Cannon when he said some shit that you know what I mean that they didn't like. They
Yep.
wilding out was going and everything for a little bit.
Yep. He had to read a bunch of pamphlets and Jewish pamphlets and
Yep.
Jaheim and Laheim, and he had to go. And they had him doing all types of shit. Shalom, Laheim, pamphlets,
It's,
books. He took all the shit down off his Instagram page, started posting Jewish books and shit like that. I said, dang. I said, dang. Yeah, I bet you Ye. Yeah, well, Ye went too far and shit. He started getting jewelry made with the swastika and yelling out yell Hitler and all this shit, saying he loved Hitler and all that. They said, oh yeah,
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Somebody say, "You ever wonder if clones may be used for these optics?"
shit,
It's a
who knows?
possibility.
Who knows?
I mean, you see, Tom Brady. You see, he cloned his dog and shit.
You
He
heard?
because he actually invested in a cloning company that clone pets. So if they can clone animals, they're cloning humans. So who the fuck knows? They doing whatever they want. They work beyond what's law. Even though it's a law, I think you in America where you ain't allowed to clone humans, but I bet they still doing it because they
Right.
look at themselves above the law. But I don't know. This might not be no clone. This might be Kanye's is
Nah,
trying to
that's
get back
Kanye,
into
man.
they get back into their graces and shit.
See, I ain't even. Let me look this up real quick. Let me look this up. Hold on. Let me just Google this real quick. Oh, no, I don't know. Camel card, yeah, it sells stores across Israel. I see catch it back. Kim Kardashian faces backlash as it's announced she's opening Skim store across Israel. People are calling Kim Kardashian to be boycotted after she was announced. that her lingerie and shapewear brand Skims was soon officially sold in Israel. Up until now, Skims shapewear has only been accessible in Israel through informal import channels. However, on Tuesday, it was announced that the brand has signed an exclusive partnership with Israeli fashion distributors, Irani Corp, the parent company of Israeli retailer Factory 54. Oh, so she signed a deal with then maybe that's why Kanye over there bowling his fucking head there, bro. She signed deals with major Israeli um corporations over there to open skims up. Yeah, so maybe that's why he bowling the fuck down, bro. I don't know. Maybe that's why. Because it's mad that news came out yesterday about her launching skims in Israel, and then a day later you see this nigga apologizing and shit. So maybe there you go. Maybe that's why. Now I don't believe nothing's by coincidence. You start seeing shit like that, where her making deals in Israel, and then the next day this nigga apologizing and shit. Then that there you go. That might be the dot connected right there. Cause she do have his children. Like you said, it's survival mode, bro. It's like, all right, well, we can't make this deal unless you get your
Survival of
fucking
the
husband.
fittest.
Yeah, you can't make this deal unless you get your fucking husband to apologize to us, or I'm gonna make sure all none of this shit happen, and y'all asses will be out of y'all future be because basically everything they doing now is based on the future of their, you know, based on their sustaining their future as well, their empire, and Kanye kids is tied to that. So probably the deal they made was, well, you got to get your husband to apologize to us if you want to make this deal. Because it's mighty strange that news came out yesterday, and then this nigga apologizing today. Then that's there you go right there. That's the dot connected. He doing this shit basically like you said, Isaiah, survival mode. Everybody's in fucking survival mode, no matter if you're a billionaire or not. You still in survival mode because everything you're doing
Yeah.
now is based on the future. So
Well, shit, the celebrities are definitely in survival
yeah,
mode because they gotta survive that industry that
yeah,
they in because they got you gotta think about all the influence they got on people. So it's crucial that the people in power make sure they keep them in line.
right,
And they keep them in line with, Epstein type shit, got dirt on them, and they keep them in line with check money and fame.
right,
And if they have to, threats. And if they have to go further, pew, death.
right. Well, there you go. There you go, right there. Yeah, he apologized based off the strength that his wife had to make. He's making a deal with them because to be real, it still has a lot to do with Kanye because she bears his children. See, I didn't
Yeah.
even know that, bro. I didn't even know that news came out. Yeah, I was just happened to scroll and seeing that shit. It said Kim Kardashian made a deal with Israeli fashion to open up stores in Israel, and that was reported yesterday. And then today we see Kanye apologizing. And this guy right here, this rabbi guy, is tied in with the entertainment industry. So we seen billionaire LeBron James, basically bowing down to this guy. So Kanye had to go kiss the ring, man, on the strength of, his children securing the future. Because that's really what it's about. It's about them securing the future. It ain't even about them now. It's about them securing a future for their children. So, like you said, if you in survival mode and you want to secure your future when you in that world, you're gonna have to kiss the ring. So Kanye had to run over there, kiss the ring, so those deals can go through for his children, for his wife and his children. There you go. End the fucking story. Make sure y'all like this video. Make sure y'all hit up our shop, nightandayherbals.com. We put the hoodies back on there. We got the hoodies on deck. So, you know what I mean? It's hoodie season. So make sure y'all go over there and get y'all a hoodie. Cop y'all some CBD cigarettes, some pre-rolls. You know what I mean? And everything else, some vapes. Make sure y'all come over here and shop with us, man. Night and Day Herbals. Kizom. I'm gonna drop the link. Oh, the link is pinned to the top, and the link is in the description of this video. Yep, we got all the good
Definitely
hoodies.
appreciate y'all who've been shopping with us.
Facts. And we got all the beautiful hoodies back on there. So make sure y'all go over there and they're all in there for a reasonable price too. So yeah. Anything else?
Nope. Make sure y'all share and like this video. Follow us on all platforms. Night and Day Network.
Night and Day Network _ network. Night and Day _ network on Instagram. Night and Day _ network on TikTok. We on X.com as well. And Facebook. Yeah. And threads and all that old good shit. Yeah. So on that note, we're gonna get up out of here, y'all. Peace.
Peace.
If you crave nature but still shop online, Night and Day Herbals is your dream come true. Discover premium herbal soaps, shampoos, and CBD products. All organic, all for you. Shop now at nightandayherbals.com.